or it's going to love the Quran and it cannot stand music. So this is something as a Muslim we should check our heart, see where we at when it comes to our heart. And also they say that a person who listens to the music cannot remember the Quran. Wallahi, man, a true story from a brother in LA, he was from West Africa somewhere, and he heard that saying that a heart who listens to music cannot remember the Quran. He said, I used to always try to remember a small ayah from the Quran. As soon as I stopped listening to music, I was able to remember it. You have to understand that the music put a disease in your heart. A disease that's a deceitful disease. Because nowadays, it's an emotional attachment that a person has when they listen to music. Nowadays, you see people when they're depressed and they down, even amongst the Muslims, they go in their room and they listen to a certain record that's supposed to uplift them. As a Muslim, when we depressed and we down, we're supposed to go to our Creator. So now this can be almost like a form of shirk. We're not dependent on Allah, we're dependent on music to make us feel good. You have, for example, a scientist and a doctor. One time I was watching the CNN News, and they did a study on the lady that every time she listened to a certain record, she falls out and catches a seizure. So now they say that it's something in that song, in the instrument that affects her body physically. They said it's affecting her brain. For the first time in history, the doctors and scientists are saying that musical instruments can affect your brain. Well, to the point that we play another record, she'd be okay. They play this record, all of a sudden she fall out and start shaking. You know what I mean? So this is proof, man. The Prophet ﷺ, the Sahaba said it, all four schools of thought said it. Nobody can say that it's a difference of opinion when it comes to music. Nobody can say that when you listen to, read every four school of thoughts, investigate what they say about musical instruments. They will tell you clearly that musical instruments was haram. It's destroying the Muslim youth. We started to depend on music more than the Quran. It started to be, the music became our guidance. You know what I mean? What Jay-Z said, we believe now. What Tupac said, we believe. You know what I mean? Even though this was a good friend of mine, and even though I did music with him, but I don't agree with my music or his music at that time. You got people that, man, they say that, subhanAllah, Muslims, say that Pac is like a prophet to me. This is the mentality that we came. We went so far from the music that we put the religion of Islam aside. So as my advice, brother, stay away from it and make dua. If it's hard, we ask Allah to make it easy for you. Because it's not gonna bring no benefit for you, bro. Wallahi, it's not gonna help you. You know what I mean?
Assalamu alaikum. I know you pointed out that musical instruments are haram, but what about Muslim rappers like Lupe Fiasco and Freeway, who point out like they practice what they preach, you know? And Freeway talks about Hajj and they talk about not drinking. So how do you feel about that?
Well, one, Freeway, he's a good friend of mine, and may Allah guide him away from that evil industry. And if you listen to Freeway, you can look at him on YouTube. He said that I wouldn't wish the music industry on my worst enemy. He actually tried to get away from it. And he also admit, even in magazines here, he always say, music is against my religion. He acknowledged that. Lupe Fiasco, on the other hand, I read something about him, may Allah guide him also away from that evil industry. He maybe not, it probably didn't come across him the hook of music. So he said this is the culture, the African Americans, everybody have their culture, this is our culture. But when we accept the religion of Islam, the religion of Islam precedes everything that precedes the religion of Islam that was not part of the religion of Islam, we don't hold on to that culture anymore. We don't say that this is, unfortunately, you have not only in the African American community, you have that in every community. It's something that they got from Jahiliyyah that they bring and it's still in their community, unfortunately. But we know as a Muslim that the Quran and the Sunnah is our culture. You didn't hear the Sahaba that used to say, man, in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, it used to be many Arab tribes that used to be engaged in music. You never heard the Prophet ﷺ say, yo, Abu Bakr, go get the drum, go get this tribe over there dawah because they love music. The Prophet ﷺ and his Sahaba, they wasn't upon it like that. So as a Muslim, we follow the religion of Islam the way it was revealed to the Prophet ﷺ. As a Muslim, we follow the truth. You know what I mean? Just because Freeway or Lupe Fiasco do it, we have to also understand that they're not our prophets. We don't follow them. You know what I mean? We don't follow no mankind. We don't follow no person blindly except the Prophet ﷺ. So these are individuals that everybody after the Prophet ﷺ going to make mistakes. So may Allah guide them, you know what I mean? And also another thing, brother, that industry, let's take Mos Def for example. He was born and raised as a Muslim. It's a time that I remember when I was in the music industry, I used to have respect for him because he wouldn't even go on tour if it was sponsored by alcohol. Mos Def used to be like, man, this is against my religion. You gotta understand, you like swimming in a river full of crocodiles. Eventually you're gonna get eaten. Mos Def in that same situation to this day, after never would drink alcohol. Never would even go on tour if it was sponsored by an alcoholic company. He come out with a movie wearing a cross, and in the whole movie he would play an individual that's walking around with a 40 of beer. This is an industry that's going to break you down because you're not surrounded by believers, so eventually you're going to fall weak to that. So may Allah help our brothers and sisters that's in that business, you know what I mean?
Jazakallah khair, brother, for this beautiful speech. One of the most beautiful speech I heard it recently. And I really respect you so much for the level of iman, faith, and knowledge you have as a new Muslim. I don't want to say I'm jealous of you, because I've been Muslim all my life, and I found most Muslims, they don't have this level of iman and knowledge. So basically my question regarding what was your sources you got your knowledge from, and how you improve it to be in this level, so they can use it and be like you. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I have no knowledge, and yeah, but wallahi, bro, I have no knowledge. So you definitely don't want to tell you the Muslims to be like me, because I know myself, so I can't sit here in front, you know what I mean? I know I'm striving to get closer to my Lord, so I'm not going to sit here in front, you know what I mean? So I'm not no role model, you know what I mean? I'm like everybody else trying to get to Jannah, got shortcomings, we sinners, and we just trying to get closer to Allah. And I don't have any knowledge, but I'm actually trying to go get some knowledge of the religion of Islam. Alhamdulillah, I'm thankful for the Masjid that I do try to attend in Los Angeles. Imam Farid Abdullah, he was able to go study in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and he come back and he hold classes. So that's what basically I learned the basics of Islam from, alhamdulillah.
I'm just going to take a question from the sisters, and then probably I think there are 3 more questions here on the brother side, and then we'll end inshallah.
You talk a lot about the music industry and harping on that and the children and stuff, but my question is, like living in today in this country, and a lot of us do try to raise the children up and talk about the Sahaba and talk about the Prophet and try to have them as examples, but when they hit a certain age, teenage years, and they are not having any good role models, especially the boys, we kind of lose them. And as a mom who has 3 sons, it breaks my heart to see my sons, like little boys, kufis, turbans, thobes, pants above the ankles. And when I look at my sons now, mashallah, that's so far away. Only one son is like that. So when they get to that age and there are no role models close by, and you try to remind them that, mashallah, they're not really trying to hear you as their mom, what do? The music thing is one thing, okay, mashallah, we all know time. But I try to put on the sports and something just to keep, they have an interest, they have something, and so that I can have a role to them to kind of remind them about the Sahaba or the Prophet and things like that. So I'm asking you, when they know flat out, mashallah, and they get to a certain age and mashallah, they're not hearing you anymore, what can we give them here in America when we can't escape, and there's so much dunya and so much things to take them? What do we do?
Subhanallah, may Allah, help us and help your kids. That's something as a parent myself, that's something that I'm always going in the back of my mind, is that we want good for our children. And as a Muslim parent, we just have to raise our children to the best of our abilities and teach them the religion of Islam. And we have to have tawakkul, we have to have reliance on Allah. And sometimes we get to the point that you can only do so much. And